One sunny morning, I stumbled across an old photograph tucked inside a forgotten book. That familiar smile, frozen in time, made me pause. Who was I back then? And who am I now? Socrates once said, "Know thyself." But how many of us actually do? Research shows that while 80% of people believe they know themselves, few have truly explored their inner depths. So here's my challenge. Strip away the expectations, the social masks, and take a closer look at who you are beneath it all. What will you uncover? Let's dive into this journey of self-discovery in today's video. And hey, don't forget to subscribe so we can keep exploring together. Self-awareness. Have you ever noticed how, even as the main character in your life, you sometimes feel adrift when faced with daily challenges? Let's explore how self-awareness can become your compass on this journey. Knowing yourself is like holding a map in uncharted territory. It reveals your strengths and vulnerabilities, transforming obstacles into stepping stones for growth. Picture having the clarity to see a negative comment for what it is, a reflection of someone else's choices, not yours. Self-awareness is about diving inward, not to withdraw, but to build stronger connections with others. By understanding yourself deeply, you create a shield that deflects negativity without absorbing it. How do you cultivate this skill? Through consistent reflection. Make it as natural as breathing. When challenges arise, ask, "What is this teaching me about myself?" This simple practice disarms toxicity and sharpens your decision-making. Take a moment now. See every interaction as a chance to grow in self-awareness. Ultimately, the greatest triumph is mastery over oneself, achieving a peace that external forces cannot shake. Remember, each step you take on this path illuminates the way for others to follow. Forgiveness and memory. Life often presents us with emotional crossroads, moments that shape who we are and who we're becoming. Forgiveness and memory sit at the heart of these moments, like two guiding stars in the turbulent sea of our experiences. But how do we balance the art of forgiving without forgetting? Forgiveness isn't about wiping away the past. It's about reshaping our relationship with it. Think of yourself as a sculptor. Each experience, whether joy or pain, is a block of marble. Forgiveness is the tool that carves beauty from hardship, while memory is the guide that ensures we don't cut too deep and hurt ourselves again. When we forgive, we create space in our hearts for new, healthier connections. But memory acts as a fence, not to shut people out, but to protect the tender growth of those new relationships. Resilience is the bloom that springs from this balance. It doesn't grow despite adversity. It grows because we've weathered the storm and learned from it. Think of it this way. Forgiving someone doesn't erase the memory of past winters. It simply teaches us how to plant gardens that thrive in the sun. The healthiest relationships aren't without conflict. They're the ones where we've learned to dance in the rain, guided by lessons from the storms we've survived. So what does this balance look like in your life? How can you let forgiveness free you from old burdens while allowing memory to keep you grounded in wisdom? Forgiveness opens the door to new experiences. Memory holds the key to protect what you've grown. Move forward with both, light enough to soar, but rooted enough to endure. This is the art of living, using forgiveness to heal, memory to learn, and resilience to flourish in ways that make life richer and more meaningful. Emotional stability, navigating the chaotic sea of human interactions, takes more than just knowing how to swim. It's about staying afloat when surrounded by toxic currents that try to pull you under. Emotional stability is your lifeboat, a steady anchor when the waters get rough. But how do you stay calm and centered in the face of storms? The secret lies in mindfulness and stress management. Picture your mind as a vast ocean. The surface may be restless, with emotions rising and falling like waves. But deep beneath the surface is a space of quiet stillness, a sanctuary of calm that remains untouched by passing tempests. Mindfulness is the dive that takes you there. It teaches you to breathe through the waves and observe the storm without being swept away by it. Remember this: you are not your emotions. You are the sky through which they pass, boundless, steady, and unchanging. By cultivating mindfulness, you create a shield of emotional resilience, one that toxic people can't penetrate. In the end, emotional stability isn't about controlling the storm, it's about mastering your response to it. The winds may howl, but you remain grounded, navigating life's rough waters with grace and strength. Stress management. Stress management is your compass in life's ever-changing seas. Techniques like deep breathing, positive visualization, and regular exercise are the coordinates that help you navigate back to calm waters, even when the currents threaten to pull you off course. These practices teach you to spot storms early and find shelter before the waves grow overwhelming. Building emotional stability through stress management isn't easy, but it's deeply freeing. Think of it as creating an internal lighthouse, a beacon that guides you back to peace, no matter how dark the night. And in that process, you discover something powerful. Within you lies an endless well of resilience and tranquility. So, when you encounter toxic people, remember, you don't have to calm the storm. Calm yourself, and the sea will settle on its own. Through mindfulness and stress management, you won't just survive the chaos, you'll learn to navigate it with grace and confidence. Setting boundaries. Ever feel drained because you couldn't say no? That exhaustion isn't a sign of weakness. It's your mind's way of saying your boundaries are being crossed. Setting boundaries isn't about building walls to keep people out. It's about creating pathways for healthier relationships and protecting your well-being. Picture your life as a garden. Boundaries are the fences that safeguard your flowers. Without them, anyone can wander in, trample your blooms, and leave you feeling depleted. But when you have clear boundaries, you decide who enters your space and how they interact with your world. Setting boundaries takes courage. It's the act of saying, "This is who I am, and this is what I need to feel safe and respected." And here's the beauty of it. When you honor your boundaries, you also teach others to respect them. The result? Relationships built on mutual understanding and respect. But how do you set boundaries without coming across as cold or distant? The key is communication. Being clear about your needs isn't selfish. It's a sign of self-awareness. It says, "I value our connection and want it to be the best it can be for both of us." Now, let's take a moment of reflection. Are your boundaries clearly defined? If not, what's one small step you can take today to establish them? Remember, even the smallest steps lead to big changes in building healthier, more respectful relationships. So, are you ready to walk this path of self-awareness and mutual respect? Let's grow stronger together. Energy intelligence. Have you ever noticed how we're quick to charge our phones, but often forget to recharge ourselves? And I'm not just talking about getting enough sleep or taking a vacation. I'm talking about energy intelligence, the art of managing your personal energy in a way that not only impacts your well-being, but also creates a ripple effect on those around you. Take meditation, for example. It's more than just a moment of quiet. It's a powerful reset button that helps you realign your mind and body, reconnecting with your center and generating positive energy. Ever noticed how even a brief meditation session can shift your entire day, making you calmer, more focused, and more productive? And what about nutrition? Think of your body like a high-performance car. The quality of fuel you give it directly impacts how well it runs. A balanced diet doesn't just nourish your body, it fuels your mind, enhancing your ability to stay calm, focused, and make better decisions. But here's the key: energy intelligence goes beyond personal practices. It's about understanding how your energy influences the people and spaces around you. Think about it. Have you ever been in a room that instantly felt calmer because someone walked in, radiating peace and confidence? That's energy intelligence in action. Your energy can either escalate tension or bring calm and clarity to chaotic situations. So ask yourself, how are you managing your energy? Are you giving yourself the right mental and physical fuel to handle life's challenges with grace? Remember, small daily practices like mindful breathing, meditation, or intentional eating can create big changes. When you manage your energy wisely, you become a positive force in your environment, inspiring others to do the same. Ready to start recharging your energy intelligently? Let's create a ripple effect of calm, focus, and balance. And if this resonates with you, leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe for more insights. Let's keep this positive energy flowing. Focus on goals. In the journey towards success and personal fulfillment, one skill stands out above all: the ability to stay focused on your goals. And let's be clear, this isn't just about writing down a list of ambitions. It's about developing the inner strength to stay on course, especially when life throws distractions or people your way who, intentionally or not, try to steer you off track. Here's where emotional intelligence becomes your superpower. Those with high emotional intelligence have a keen radar for detecting toxic influences. They know that their surroundings can either fuel their motivation or drain it. How do they maintain focus? It starts with self-awareness, recognizing their emotions and how those feelings shape their actions. This awareness keeps them calm and grounded, even when negativity swirls around them. Then comes empathy, the ability to understand the motives behind others' behaviors without letting those behaviors disrupt their emotional balance. Instead of getting caught in someone else's storm, emotionally intelligent people observe, understand, and move forward, keeping their focus locked on their goals. Imagine your goal as a lighthouse on the horizon. The waves and storms, those are the distractions, toxic people, and setbacks along the way. Emotional intelligence is your internal compass, helping you navigate through rough waters without losing sight of that lighthouse. When the winds shift, you adjust your sails, your actions and reactions to stay the course. Now take a moment to reflect. What are the lighthouses you're pursuing? What waves have tried to push you off course? And most importantly, how can you adjust your sails to remain focused on what truly matters? Remember, success isn't just about reaching the destination. It's about how you navigate the journey, overcoming obstacles with resilience, clarity, and emotional strength. Stay focused, protect your energy, and keep moving forward. Because in the end, your greatest power isn't in the lighthouse itself. It's in your ability to stay the course, no matter how turbulent the seas may be. Seeking support. Life's journey often feels like climbing mountains that tower over us, testing our strength with each step. And while we might pride ourselves on resilience and independence, here's an undeniable truth: we all need support. No matter how strong or determined we are, the climb becomes lighter and more meaningful when we share it with others, friends, family, or professionals who offer a helping hand, a comforting word, or simply a fresh perspective. Think of it this way. Imagine navigating a maze alone, bumping into endless dead ends. Now picture having a drone view from above, showing you the twists and turns. That drone is the people who support you. They offer a broader perspective, something you can't see when you're deep in the maze. Friends and family may not always have the solutions, but their presence alone can illuminate paths you hadn't considered. Sometimes, just talking through your struggles helps untangle your thoughts and reveal new directions. And when the challenges feel too overwhelming to bear alone, seeking the guidance of professionals, psychologists, therapists, or counselors can be life-changing. These experts are like seasoned explorers who've mapped the dense emotional forests we often get lost in. They know the shortcuts, the hidden traps, and the paths that lead to clarity and healing. Here's the key. Seeking support isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the courage to acknowledge that we're interconnected, and our growth accelerates when we allow others to walk alongside us. The perspectives and experiences of those around us are like puzzle pieces, each one contributing to the bigger picture we're trying to build. So, next time you find yourself stuck or overwhelmed, remember, you don't have to navigate the maze alone. Reach out, share your journey. Let others help you uncover new paths and solutions, because together we are stronger. Together we see farther, and together we become infinitely more capable of conquering life's mountains. Control of negative self-talk. We all know that internal critic, the voice that seems to have a megaphone, constantly pointing out our flaws and feeding our fears. This negative self-talk can be one of the biggest barriers to our well-being and personal growth. But here's the good news. With the right techniques, we can turn that critic into an ally, fostering a positive self-image and easing anxiety. Let's start with reframing thoughts. Picture every negative thought as a dark cloud in your mind. Reframing is like finding the silver lining within those clouds. For instance, instead of thinking, "I can't get this right," try reframing it as, "I'm facing challenges, but each one helps me learn and grow." This shift in perspective eases the pressure, and instead of feeling stuck, you create room for progress and development. Another powerful technique is mindfulness. Being fully present in the moment allows us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When negativity takes over, mindfulness lets us step back, seeing those thoughts as passing clouds, temporary, not permanent. This helps us decide which thoughts deserve our attention and which we can let drift away. Gratitude is also an underrated tool in combating negative self-talk. Each day, take a moment to list 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant in your life, nurturing a more positive mindset. And of course, self-compassion is crucial. We all have moments of doubt, but treating ourselves with the same kindness we'd offer a close friend can make a significant difference. Next time your inner critic takes the stage, ask yourself, would I say this to someone I care about? If the answer is no, it's time to change the conversation. Changing negative self-talk doesn't happen overnight, but with practice and patience, you can transform that inner critic into a motivational coach. Every positive step you take in this direction is worth celebrating, because you're not just silencing the negativity, you're cultivating a mindset that empowers you. Solution-oriented approach. In a world full of challenges, having a solution-oriented mindset can serve as your golden compass. Instead of dwelling on problems and obstacles, this mentality focuses on actively seeking practical solutions. It not only boosts resilience in the face of adversity, but also unlocks creativity, adaptability, and the power of collaboration. Picture yourself as a navigator caught in a stormy sea. The high waves and fierce winds represent the problems trying to push you off course. A solution-oriented approach is like adjusting the sails and steering the ship, using the wind to your advantage and turning obstacles into opportunities to move forward. Creativity is your mast on this journey. It allows you to think beyond the obvious, finding new paths where others see only dead ends. When faced with a problem, it's easy to stick to the familiar. But by embracing creative thinking, we often discover solutions we hadn't considered before. Adaptability is the sail that propels you through a constantly changing world. It's the ability to adjust and learn, knowing that the first solution might not always be the best one. Adaptability is about flowing with change, not resisting it. Lastly, cooperation is the rudder steering you toward your destination. Many problems are too complex to solve alone. By collaborating, sharing knowledge, skills, and perspectives, you can find more effective, sustainable solutions. Cooperation highlights how collective effort achieves far more than individual effort alone. So, I invite you to reflect. When a challenge arises, is your instinct to focus on the problems or to seek solutions? Remember, every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, learn, and innovate. Keep your compass focused on solutions, adjust your sails with creativity and adaptability, and recognize the strength in collaboration. No storm is too great to navigate when we face it together. Avoiding unnecessary arguments. Navigating the complexities of human interaction often leads us to moments of tension and potential conflict, particularly with individuals whose energies feel more draining than enriching. However, with a few thoughtful strategies, we can avoid these storms, preserving our peace and fostering more harmonious relationships. The first step is focusing on similarities rather than differences. By emphasizing what we share with others, we lay a foundation of mutual understanding. This doesn't mean ignoring differences or compromising our values. Rather, it's about finding common ground that allows for constructive dialogue. After all, building bridges is easier when there's something solid to start with. Next, recognizing when to withdraw is essential. Not every disagreement requires your involvement or energy. If you sense that a conversation is veering into unproductive territory, stepping back is often the wisest choice. This isn't defeat. It's emotional intelligence in action, a form of self-preservation. The old adage, "choose your battles," applies here in full force. Another valuable tool is replacing statements with questions. Instead of asserting, "you're wrong," try asking, "Can you explain your point of view a bit more?" Questions open the door for reflection and dialogue rather than fueling confrontation. By asking, we show a willingness to understand, potentially turning a heated exchange into a productive conversation. Finally, empathy and patience are invaluable. Everyone carries their own struggles, perspectives, and experiences. By putting ourselves in another's shoes, even if we don't agree, we create a space for understanding that goes beyond surface-level disagreements. Effective communication requires both skill and care. With the right approach, we can avoid many of the storms that threaten our peace. True strength lies not in winning every argument, but in maintaining calm and clarity, even amidst chaos. Detection of false cordiality. Recognizing false cordiality is like cracking a secret code in the realm of human interaction. The ability to distinguish between genuine friendliness and hidden agendas can shield you from manipulation and help you cultivate more authentic, meaningful relationships. Here are some tools to decode these signals. 1. Body language. Body language often reveals a person's true feelings. A smile that doesn't reach the eyes, closed-off postures, or evasive eye contact can suggest that the warmth being shown isn't sincere. A real smile typically lights up the entire face, often accompanied by a shift in posture, whereas a forced smile is usually confined to the lips. Paying attention to these signs gives you a clearer view of the interaction's authenticity. Second, tone of voice. The tone of voice can also provide valuable insights. Genuine cordiality tends to have a warm, inclusive, and consistent tone. On the other hand, false cordiality often comes with an exaggeratedly sweet tone that feels disconnected from the situation, or sudden shifts in tone that don't flow naturally with the conversation. Watch for mismatches between what's said and how it's said. Third, consistency of behavior. Consistency in behavior is a strong indicator of sincerity. Authentic individuals tend to behave consistently, treating others with the same respect and warmth, regardless of circumstances. If someone's friendly demeanor fluctuates dramatically based on who's around or what benefits they stand to gain, it might be a red flag. 4. Trust your intuition. Finally, trust your gut. Often we instinctively sense when something's off. If you feel uneasy or detect insincerity in someone's behavior, pay attention to those feelings. They're often based on subtle cues that your subconscious has picked up, but your conscious mind may not have fully processed yet. Being able to detect false cordiality doesn't mean you should shut yourself off from new relationships. Rather, it allows you to engage with others more authentically. Strengthening your ability to read intentions empowers you to navigate the complexities of human interaction with clarity, fostering an environment of trust and mutual respect.